Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Quick reminder note, go pick up at Amazon.com Billy Wright's Earthly Worlds. Remember, purchase it. You don't have to pay anything if you've got Amazon Prime. Download it. Support Billy Wright. And if you guys make the book a seller after the coronavirus is over, I will go and spar and or be knocked out by a heavyweight contender. Thanks.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with Whitey? He's a piece of crap.
With a tear in my eye.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, and, of course, at Fight Fiend Migs, Miguel Barragan.
Yeah.
He has more of a social media presence than all of us. Although I did go back to Instagram this week, Miguel. Nice. I'm forcing myself to embrace it, even though the thing I believe in, which is why Fight Net Radio is number one, Andrew, Facebook owns its redheaded stepchild, Instagram. So I'm trying to embrace the gram, and just posting shit that people will hate about me. I've decided to be. I'm embracing the bad. I'm totally going full bad guy. I'm just posting stuff that people in isolation would hate. Gotcha. Me on the beach, me on the deck, barbecuing on the beach, me shooting sunsets. We had bioluminescence the other day. I'm just being a douchebag about it. In fact, I went and shot one this morning of me on the beach going, empty beach. Must suck to be on lockdown. Fuck y'all. I don't think I wrote that, but it was kind of the vibe I was putting out. Yeah. Andrew, you are now in week 5 of lockdown with, as I can only put it, your beautiful child who is a Tasmanian devil. What has he broken to this point?
Week 5? We've been on lockdown since the middle of March.
Well, look, time stands still, all right?
It's been a while.
And we're here to, and by the way, for
like
those of you,
5,000.
No kidding, right? So, and I say this for everybody, if you don't know this about California, we are legit locked down until mid-May. That's before they have a discussion.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah, legit May 15th.
Yeah, that's what I heard about Vegas, too. We're just following suit because we're neighbors.
Yeah, they've all been talking. All the West Coast.
I'll be home again in May. I'm going to be home again in May, baby.
Yeah. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Hey, you know what? Fuck you guys. All right. I lost a birthday over this project.
Oh, I lost a birthday over this project. We're all losing things.
Yeah, but you have family, Andrew. Like, you've got a household of people that at least could make macaroni doodle art for you. Like, I was like, here looking at the walls.
Yeah. I had 2 birthday cakes. We were that bored.
Yeah.
I had to get one birthday cake, and I was like, I think we could do this better, babe. And I had my daughter make me another one.
Oh, my God, that's the best. No, I had to go to Baskin Robbins by myself, buy my own cake. My daughter wanted to bring a lasagna over with my ex-wife. I'm like, no, don't leave the house. You out of your mind? There's too many people here. Like, I keep saying it. The fact that Florida beaches reopened this weekend might be the stupidest fact of the entire outbreak. Oh, they're just jackasses.
Have you seen those damn protests? So there's been like protests in like Huntington Beach, California. People are like, no, they're trying to keep us inside. God damn it, people.
Have you noticed the color of those people? And I know that I know this is going to come down to me white shaming people again. But have you noticed the people and the color of the hats they're wearing? I'm not saying they're wearing MAGA hats,
So do you mean Devin Haney was right when he said he'll never lose to a white man?
Well, there's a right jump in, and there he is. Devin Haney stated on social media on Boxing Sweet Scene 2.0 viewer, it's got 10,000 views. I guess they do okay. Devin Haney, if you haven't seen the video, go to fightnetradio.com, click on the Facebook link.
This guy.
Dude, this video's tough, man. I would never lose to a white boy. Oh, my God.
Like, why even bring that into the equation? Jesus.
Yeah, I know. No, and what's bad about this is this usually never goes good for the fighter that says this, right? You had Mayorga say he'd never lose to a faggot in De La Hoya, right? De La Hoya whooped his ass.
Mm-hmm.
You had Bernard say he'd never lose to a white man in Joe Calzaghe. I thought Bernard did fine, but they had Calzaghe winning at the end of that night. What's another one? There's one more where Fernando Vargas, right? Also called Oscar, said he was too much of a man. He never lose to Oscar, never lose. It's very hard to come out like this and actually look good during the fight. And who he's talking about here is Lomachenko. That's another very tough fight to put all your eggs in one basket.
And the way he says it is like another white boy, almost like he's just like some typical, like, I don't know how you explain it, but just like some American white boy. And it's like, dude, this guy's from fucking Ukraine. These Russian motherfuckers are hard, tough motherfuckers, not just your average, like, beta freaking male. These guys are like mentally super strong. It ain't like you're talking about any quote unquote white boy. You're talking about some tough motherfucker.
We're not talking like Oklahoma white trash. We're not even talking like a Michael Conlon who's being built by Bob. I mean, we're talking.
Well, that's still a different type of white man, though. I think he's talking about the American, the white American. I believe, but he's
you're reading way into it. So, he does not qualify it.
We're really reaching for that one. Yeah, because I mean, who else would he be talking to? I mean, about.
Well, he is talking about Lomachenko, so I guess you got to put it. But you're right; it's a different kind of breed over there. They come, we think our slums because we get it, right? What the argument's been is usually boxing thrives in communities that are struggling, right? And back in the days, it was the Italians, the Jews. As they got better communities, it transitioned over to the Mexicans and the blacks, the Africans Americans, Mexican Americans. You say it the correct way.
Hispanic or Latino.
No, that's actually not. Nope, that's not it.
Well, we know who you're talking about.
I don't know. But you guys understand what I'm saying, right? And if you want to make it, you're right, Lee. You could say something like Latino, the Latino community. You're actually correct. There was a stand-up comic who had a whole bit about the more economically depressed you are, the better boxer you are. And I can say this safely because my grandfather was Native American Indian, and that is pretty economically depressed. Dude was a 4-time Golden Glove winner as an amateur, and just wanted to beat the shit out of white people.
Now the slums that some of these Eastern European fighters are coming out of, though, these war-riddled countries, right? Like it's a different breed. So I get what you're saying there when you talk about that.
I'm waiting for the rise of the Kurds. Personally, I'm waiting for the rise of the Kurds, possibly Indian fighters from India. Those people are depressed. That I'm sure they got to fight, but they seem to run. Like when you get into the Africas and you get into the Indias, those guys are all long distance runners. That seems to be their niche, not boxing. Putting it out.
Oh, sir, Africa has given us. Did you say Africans? Africa has given us some great fighters. They've had some good fighters.
Oh yeah.
Are you counting Azuma Nelson in that pile? Because I'm going to say that's all Don King. I'm just saying it out loud. Further on, Andrew got bored this week and decided to post cockfighting.
Stay behind the jab, you guys.
Shout out to Roy Jones Jr.
Look at that.
Oh, we got a southpaw and an orthodox. All right.
How bad is boxing?
He's coming off his feet, Lee. I'm telling you, MMA don't work even in the animal world. It don't work. Stay behind the jab, Lee. Get him. He's
floating like a butterfly, kind of. Oh.
A pigeon. By the way, a pigeon just took out a cock.
With the jab. Lee, am I the only one that gets excited when boxing wins? Damn it. Look at this. It's a beautiful technique. Slap, slap, slap. Lee's coming off his feet. That's where he loses it. He should have never threw the kick.
It looks like this is a scene from Sparta He just like jabbed his way off of that damn shelf.
I don't know where I am, but I know that somewhere Sam is going, all right, Lee, you're on track. This could be another great episode during the coronavirus. I'm like,
oh, look at that.
Bro, we're watching pigeons fighting.
Can I get the punch stats on this, please?
He ain't giving up the food that morning, man. Done had enough.
Can I tell you how bad the coronavirus is? I want to stress this to everybody who listens to the podcast. If you're not watching our videos of the shit we watch, you guys are literally only getting half the show right now. We are like, our video viewing has become so insanely low that we are watching a pigeon beat up a cock. And by the way, I'm trying to say it as many times as possible because I guarantee that in the history of Fight Net Radio, that's probably the last time you'll ever hear the sentence, I just watched a pigeon beat up a cock. What else did you post this week, Andrew? Camacho, the Remembering De La Hoya versus Camacho fight.
The bet. What was the bet they had? That is the question, Lee.
I don't remember. What was the bet?
Oh, come on, you guys.
Was it that he wasn't going to be able to drop him? Because, like, wasn't it the thing that Camacho had never been knocked down or something prior to this or something like that?
You're close.
Was that he was going to be able to stop him? Is that what it was?
It was if he beat him, he would cut his ponytail off, right? That little tail in the front.
When you said it, I thought it's the curl. Yeah, right.
And I believe after the fight, he tells him, "You said you'd do it," and Camacho's like, "Nah, you're fucking." He wants no part of that.
Shit, you can always grow it back. Damn it.
So but you know what? Yeah. You know what, Miguel? Does he drop him in this fight? Because Miguel, you might be on to say it might be if I drop you, you got to cut it off.
Yeah,
Has Camacho ever been down?
Yeah. Like I remember prior to this fight, the closest he had gotten, I think, is when Chavez kind of sort of tripped him up in their fight, but he held onto the rope and the referee didn't call it a knockdown or something like that. So that was kind of the big, like, holy hell, if Oscar can do it, is actually knock Camacho down. At least that's what I remember.
Yeah, it could be the knockdown, but ultimately it's for the ponytail. The bet is over that damn ponytail, but I'm gonna have to watch the damn fight. We might have to watch the end of the fight to see what the bet actually was, if it was a knockdown or just a beat.
Yeah.
There was a lot of men who thought Oscar was just a little too pretty to beat them in their career, right? That was Oscar. That was always his problem.
Oh yeah.
Bro, why don't you fucking ask me? Why don't you just fucking ask me?
He's here. He's here. I'm sorry.
So you got the bet all wrong again.
Oh,
fucker.
Fuck.
Oh, tell us, Oscar, please.
If he loses the fight, he's got to wear fishnet stockings and put on boxing gloves. Get a spoon stuck up his ass. All right, get it right, because he's my bitch.
No, I think that was if you won. If he loses, he has to cut his ponytail off. If you win, you have to do fishnets and.
Okay, so I'm gonna break a story for you, even though I don't fucking like you. Okay, Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Tell you a story. Sir. So the night before the fight, after we make our weights, right, bro? Right? We're doing lots and lots of cocaine and drinking, and we got girls and strippers and all the usual shit before one of my fights, right? And I say, hey, if I fucking beat you, bro, is it okay if I cut that fucking piece of fucking pube off your head? And he goes, Oscar, that's never gonna happen. And I say, yeah, fucker, it is. Yeah, listen, fuck, it is. I'm better than you. Like, I just am. And Bob's gonna fix the fight. What? I don't fix fights. Listen, bro. He's a bitch, all right? And he did all my fucking cocaine, all right? I'm not saying, but I'm missing a fucking kilo from that night. I'm just saying. There you guys go.
Thank you for clearing
that up, Oscar. You guys
Oscar.
literally got all the impersonations in one shot, so I can move on with my day. Now let's get to why everybody's hating me this week on social media, Andrew. That's right. This week, I went out and purchased the largest flat screen TV I could personally buy and the largest Polk audio soundbar, and then a laser, and started watching concerts and decided I'm going to do my selfies.
Is that like a karaoke thing or what? Because I see like. Is it laser? Like,
it is not. It is literally not. So, like, I got a giant LCD, like the biggest thing I could have shipped, because I'm not going to a fucking Best Buy. Then I bought a Polk audio sound bar.
Oh, dope. What did you mount it? Did you mount it on the wall?
Yeah, of course. And then of course you got to have laser lights. And then what I discovered while I was watching this on Friday, shout out to everyone, that's what I do look like. Then I decided that I can't see the laser, so now I got to order a fog machine from Amazon so that I can light up the backside of the laser beams.
Damn.
Yeah, just so I could have one concert.
WWE entrance, man. Shit.
Well, I might. I don't know if it'll even make better for actual boxing. There you guys go. There's a little insight. Moving forward, let's start off with a bang, shall we? Chavez Jr. did an interview this week. That just makes me happy already. When I found this story, I get up at 6. Girlfriend's still asleep. I get in the big easy chair. She's out cold because I got her hooked on heroin, I think. It's either heroin or I got her hooked on the blacklist, one or the other. But she was up till 3. She was either slamming or, I don't know, watching the blacklist. Probably both. So I went to bed at midnight. I get up normally like a couple times to pee because I'm old. Welcome to old, everyone. But at 6 I got up and I'm looking for stories. And when I found this story, it's a good thing she was asleep. Like, my dick got so hard when I saw this story. No, because I've read the quotes, dude. They're Chavez fucking crazy. Like, I almost thought we don't need other stories because I can spend an hour talking about these quotes. They're so insane. Chavez Jr., I have 3 or 4 years left. I can knock Golovkin out. Well, they're right there. I haven't even read the story, people, for you podcast people. I'm going to be honest, Andrew. Let's just start right here. Let's just go with the first part of this sentence. I have 3 or 4 years left. I start with my panel. Andrew, does Chavez Jr. have 3 or 4 years left?
Maybe he meant 3 or 4 months left. Chavez Jr., he has one more fight, to be honest with you. If they don't play it safe, he has one more fight. Correct, Miguel?
Yeah, you know, like, I think this coronavirus is kind of stretching that out. I would say maybe 1 year left, but the fact that there isn't any action now might be stretched out a little bit more. But I mean, realistically, come on now, dude. He should get a fucking gig with Everlast and be a damn punching bag, because that's literally what he does now.
Yeah, the Golovkin fight, a great idea. I think Golovkin is on the downside now of his career. You know, if Chavez Jr. has anything left, that would be an excellent fight. At the very least, it's an excellent fight. They're going to throw down until one man can't do it. Favorite is still Golovkin, but it's an interesting matchup. But if Chavez if he gets knocked out by Golovkin, he's done. It's it. It's over. That's the last fucking fight he can have.
Yeah.
Can I just point this out? Wait, hold on. I got to really point this out for the podcast people who aren't watching the video and the broadcast people. We're literally in the title. I haven't even read the article, and these guys are going off on 3 to 4 years left. Okay. And then we have to get to the second part of this headline. I can knock Golovkin out. I would bet my daughter to an Arab sheik for actual money that there is no possible way short of Gennadiy Golovkin.
You're right.
Literally, it's like $1 Million Baby. Like, dude, you got to fucking fall getting in the ring and trip over the ring rope and break your neck. Like, there's no way. No, I would bet my child on this fight. I'm so sure.
Earlier, Chavez, younger
at least
Chavez.
12. Yeah, he'd go 12.
He would have a better shot at beating an older Golovkin, but the current Chavez Jr. is broken mentally.
I would probably say. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would probably say because of Chavez's size, he would be able to take some of his shots, some of Golovkin's shots, and maybe go 12. As far as winning or him knocking Golovkin out, that if he would let his hands go, the fact that he's bigger, and he is a big motherfucker too, because, you know, he comes in fight night like 15, 20 pounds heavier than weigh-in night. But like, if he would let his hands go, it would be like something. There would be some substance behind there. But he gets into this turtle shell and he doesn't throw shit. It's like, dude, why in the fuck would you ever do that and stand in front of Golovkin? Like, no, he's gonna fucking knock your block off, dude. No.
Yeah, I think he's just mentally, he falls into a bad space when he sees the fight turning. He's been there many times.
He looks for the way out, basically, at that point.
Yeah, kind of knows how to take a defeat now. And that's probably what he would do against Golovkin. While it would be competitive, at a certain point, he would shell up and Golovkin take off in the end. Golovkin technically is still better than Chavez. I think we all can agree to this.
Oh
too.
yeah. I mean, just the jab alone.
This is strictly on age. This is all why Fight Net Radio is saying this fight would at least be interesting right now is because of the age of Gennadiy. But yeah, Chavez Jr. One fight, not 3 to 4 years. One loss.
Joining us on the phone, Miggs' only nemesis on the show, Julio César Chávez Sr.
Shit. Clarissa, damn it. We've had this talk.
Good job, Miggs. We've trained you well for this moment.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Everything's about the punchline. Julio César Chávez Jr., the first middleweight champion in the history of Mexican boxing, made it clear that despite all the criticism, he has 3 or 4 years left in professional boxing and does not rule out rematches with, hold your breath, everyone, Canelo Alvarez, Daniel Jacobs, yes, and even a fight with Gennadiy Golovkin. All right, let's just do the first paragraph because every paragraph on this literally has gold. All right. First of all, let's just talk about, do you want to get to his quotes? Because what he says about the Canelo fight is almost mind-boggling. Let's just go a little further. Chavez Jr. said that the criticism he has obtained for his statements on social media does not hurt him. Really? Really? You're sick.
All right.
The son of the legend, of a legend, of the legend, of a legend, who cares, believes that he still has several years left in the sports after suffering a TKO defeat at the hands of Daniel Jacobs. All right, here we go. The first of many amazing quotes by Chavez Jr., who just doesn't know to shut up. With perseverance, I have about 3 or 4 years left in boxing. Perseverance and discipline and staying well. All right, I'm going to stop there, and I'm only halfway through this sentence. When has he ever demonstrated the following 3 words? I'm going to start with you, Andrew. Perseverance, discipline, and staying well. If I said those 3, like Andrew, you and I are just talking on a Tuesday, and I said, when you think of a fighter, Andrew, who do you think is perseverance, discipline, and staying well? Does Chavez Jr. pop into your mind at all?
No, and I actually think staying well means not on alcohol or drugs. I think
yeah, exactly. That's his definition of it.
Yeah, staying well actually means clean, people. That's what he's trying to say there.
Oh my God. Miggs, I go to you.
Discipline? Oh, Jesus Christ. Discipline, okay, so definitely not. No.
Let's go with perseverance.
Perseverance.
Look, is he
I mean, he can go 12 rounds. He's only been stopped like once or twice, maybe. That's as close as.
You know what? I got to be honest. If you put me in the ring with any current heavyweight, I'm pretty sure that I could run away from them from 12 rounds. I might get disqualified, but is that going to get me? I feel like we're looking at like Little League baseball. Like he's got to get the perseverance award. Like he battled back from so much. He fought so many guys that could kick his ass, and he stayed on his feet for 12 rounds. What are you talking about?
Well, actually in boxing, we give out that award way too much. We talk about that a lot on this show, Lee. I don't really like how, he took a beating. What does that really mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. At the end of the year, when you get wrestling awards, right, most improved, this, that, and the other, there isn't one for he took an ass kicking like a man.
Now, if you can do that and win, we have something special here. But if your only gift is you can take a punch, no. That's not what boxing is. So yeah, you see it all the time in boxing. Another thing you see too much in the scoring, when it's a big time underdog, people are looking for something to give him, and way too much. They're not even looking at the champ because the champ's supposed to win. This is a blowout. It's gonna end by knockout. Yada yada yada. You almost find sometimes the commentators get trapped into this cheering commentating more than calling a fight.
Right. As a guy who professionally takes ass kickings going all the way back to my freshman year of high school, I will tell you a delusional story just to, because I've read this. Podcasts need to be personal. Let me be personal. My first year, I weighed 88 pounds when I wrestled in high school, which is why I became friends with the heavyweights, because I was tired of getting bullied. I took ass beatings, and then the final night when they have the big dinner, and they don't have a perseverance award in amateur wrestling. They have toughest kid or something like that. And I actually thought for a split second, after taking an entire year of ass beatings, because we didn't even have a varsity at 88 pounds. Like, I was wrestling at the varsity level my freshman year and just getting my shit handed to me. I can safely say this. I don't think I won a single match my freshman year. Like, I think I got beat for an entire year. I persevered, and let me tell you, it just sucks. I've been blacked out on the mat where people just pick me up, like varsity level guys who are going to state, pick you up, slam your ass into the mat, and you're knocked out when you hit the floor. And delusionally, at the end of the year, much like Chavez Jr., because I understand his mindset, yeah, I want the perseverance award. Like, is that going to happen here, Coach? Do I get a little plaque for my wall? Is it a special little badge for my Letterman's jacket? It's stupid. Perseverance. Perseverance is stupid. That, you know what that means? You suck at this, okay, and you don't win at this. I'm just being honest.
He hasn't won in a long time. Yeah,
I always say the two things this fucker got from his pops is his last name and the ability to take an ass whooping, and that's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next word in this sentence. I can't even get out of this paragraph.
Ugh.
Discipline. Andrew, let's think of a fighter with discipline. I think of Evander Holyfield in those HBO videos where he's got that weird thing with the ropes while he's doing the jabs in the middle of the ring for like 16 hours straight. That's discipline to me, right?
Well, see, I think you're thinking of this wrong. See, in Chavez's mindset, his whole career, and really his team's mindset too, they mean come in overweight, pay about $3 million, $2 million, and still get your fight. That's discipline, Lee.
You know what? Then add a fourth word. I'm super smart. I persevere.
Right? You guys, can you think of one man?
If it didn't say perseverance and it said I'm just super smart, I would have went, yeah, bro, you are. Like,
there's never been a fighter. Hey, listen, Lee, wait, hold on. We talk about Floyd Mayweather robbing the bank. There has never been a fighter that made more millions than Julio César Chávez Jr. coming in overweight for almost all of his fights. Never.
Yeah.
I don't know. De La Hoya takes a couple
bullshit. This guy came in his whole career. You might get one De La Hoya. That's bullshit. Chavez has like 5 of them. He's made like $40 million coming in overweight. He gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a page out of the president's book. I think Chavez Jr. should write a book called Smartly. Right? I'm Smartly. Listen, I'm the humongous smartest fighter ever. I got you all to pay to watch me just because my dad is Chavez Sr. That should be the book. And it's one paragraph going, ha, 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 ha. Right?
It's insane, bro. It's insane. But yeah, he robbed a lot of banks during his career with his last name. Miguel ain't lying.
Let's go one more, okay, before I move to the next paragraph where his quotes get more insane. Staying well. Really, where have you demonstrated that? When did that occur?
Yeah.
And you videotape the crap. Like I'm
telling you, yeah, that's.
And you actually shoot and stream that. I had to.
And you know what? His father, Lee, owns he owns fucking what is it called? Damn it, drug rehab centers. I didn't know this. Chavez Senior,
smart. Probably Senior, just for his kid. He's probably making a mint just on his kid.
I think
that's how he gets an extra 10%.
I think that's where Chavez Jr. is going to end up with that $6 million check if you don't watch out. He's going to be paying his dad's facility, right? And nothing's free in this world. That's another move Chavez has on his boy.
And I keep giving myself time to be an athlete. Oh.
Yes, with all the discipline. Oh,
I'm not even. Look, I'm not out of the first. Wait, by the way, look at this article. It's an article. All right. Look, I'm in the first paragraph of his quotes. I can't get out of the. And I can give myself time to be an athlete. At what point? 45, 50?
At least
like
4 hours a day. At least 4 hours a day, I'm an athlete. Everything else is fucking me. It's Chavez Jr., but fucking athlete, 4 hours.
Eating boxers in my fucking, eating cereal in my boxer briefs as HBO films.
Hey, Hey,
This is classic.
hey, I'm gonna break a story for you, fuckface. By the way, Andrew, you haven't told me where you live, so I can fucking handle my scandal. Right? Just saying, all right. I'm more afraid of your son than I am of you. I'm just telling you how it goes. All right. I listen to the show, fucker. I'm gonna get you, bro. It's gonna happen. You don't know when. You don't know where. Got you. All right. Listen, I'm coming out of retirement to fight Chavez Jr. As you should, Oscar.
It almost
be brutally
happened.
honest.
They tried.
Dude,
They
it
tried.
should have been. How embarrassing would that have been? Because Oscar would have showed up with that little bit of a pot belly. Like you're talking the battle of the alcoholics. Like I'm into this fight. I'm totally
I think his
down.
back fell out. I think his back fell out when he was going to stage his return tour. He was going to try to do like a Chavez return tour and end it with the Chavez Jr. fight. And yeah, he never got through the training. He never got through the comeback training.
All right, you ready? Here we go with crazier Chavez Jr. quotes. I hope that what I did wrong does not affect me and I can keep moving forward. Bro. We already think you did wrong. All right, so here it is.
Yeah.
Here is the paragraph of paragraphs. The fights the people want to see. I'm going to stop because I'm going to read names, but I'm going to tell you if I were really writing this, the fights that people want to see are none. None. Nobody wants to see me fight. Nobody wants to see me fight. All right. They want to see me fight Canelo, Golovkin, and Jacobs. In the fight with Canelo, he was on top of the situation, favored in some way. He is well known, but it is also known that I did not reach 100%. No shit, Sherlock. And there were things that happened outside. By the way, typo, it says happened. I realize I'm reading this out loud and Boxing Scene's going to correct it on Monday or Tuesday. Because again, I'm their personal editor for all their articles. But bro, you guys missed H.
Maybe this fucking writer is English, and he's like, it happens. That's how I say it. It happens.
It happened.
Yeah.
Who wrote this? This was written by Miguel Rivera. There you go. I wrote.
Fuck.
Happened. It happened, bro. It happened. I swear, it happened. While I ate a sandwich, it happened.
And some pizza and Pepsi.
Yeah, no kidding. And there were things that happened outside of boxing that are not known that affected me. All right. I'm already excited about this sentence. Like, I'm already ready to do investigation journalism on this one. And there were things that happened outside of boxing that are not known that affected me in that fight. Like what? Trying to drop 40 pounds, you fat fuck?
Yeah, overnight.
Like we know. We watched it. You were doing sit-ups in a sauna to try to make weight. You were downing Sprite right after your weigh-in. Andrew and I watched it hilariously while you were like literally gargling Sprite.
All for show. All for show.
All for show.
He never came in close. He never came in close. He always paid a fee. And I mean, shit, in his last fight, he was guaranteed $6 million. Who did he fight in his last fight?
Jacobs.
Jacobs. Didn't he give him $1 million, $2 million? The fight still went on, man.
Yeah, what was it? 173, I think, is what he weighed in. I don't know how much the fine was, but it was supposed to be a super middleweight, bout at 168, and he comes in at 173.
Yeah, right. Fuck it, bro.
Very disciplined. It's discipline, you guys.
He's smartly, Andrew. He's smartly. I'm giving him his new nickname. Canelo Chavez smartly. He's just smartly. He just is.
You notice though, forget what he's saying about Canelo, the rematches. Why he should get a rematch? He already has 2 defeats by 2 of the 3 guys he's naming. That's what I mean by he only has the Golovkin fight.
Wait, let's go to the next line, Andrew, to answer your question. Against Golovkin, I imagine winning by knockout. Wait, this is the funniest line ever. I imagine winning by knockout. Andrew, guess what? In my brain, I fought Lennox Lewis. Guess what? I imagine knocking him out.
I fought everybody in my era in my living room, Lee.
Yes.
Everyone in my motherfucking era. And nobody won.
This is the dumbest line ever said by a human being.
Dumbest line.
This is the title of the show. I imagine winning by knockout. For you, cowboy.
Quite the imagination.
Dream big. This is literally the dumbest.
Sometimes I had to get up off the rug too to do it, but I did it, Lee.
Dude, I can't look in every one of my fights.
I came from behind.
Andrew, I'm a 3-sport threat right now in my mind. Okay, I'm a boxing champion, an MMA champion, and I am a world-class jiu-jitsu guy. I have come off the mat in the heavyweight division in 3 different categories, taking ass kickings till the final minute, only to get up and win. Not by shocking, by just sounding like Deontay Wilder, like big right hand. He's taken an ass kicking for 12 straight rounds. He got off the ground and literally dropped Anthony Joshua with 1 punch. Right. Oof. In my mind, I imagine that. And by the way, I used
to shadow box so much. My former boss said I looked stupid because I was doing it on someone's front lawn. I was cleaning.
Andrew, this sentence is so crazy. This sentence is so crazy. I personally, and I am a delusional motherfucker, okay? I can't imagine knocking out Anthony Joshua ever. It doesn't even cross my mind. Like, it's not a thought at 3 a.m. where I go, I could take Joshua. No, I don't. I think that if it happened in an alley, I think he'd fuck me up. Wait, let's move to MMA. Let's just go with somebody. Steve Miocic. Yeah. Nope. I don't even have that dream. I don't even have it against same age as me, Fedor Emelianenko. Nope. Think he'd fuck me up. Let's go to jiu-jitsu, heavyweight division. Gordon Ryan, the baddest jiu-jitsu guy on the planet without a gi on. Nope. I've never had a delusional thought where I thought I could go a couple of minutes with him. This sentence is so fucking dumb. It makes, like, I'm angry. It actually makes Chavez Jr. dumber by saying, I imagine winning by knockout.
Well, Lee, he does imagine it'd be a tough fight. You got to give him that, too.
Oh, he's giving a little bit of credit to Golovkin.
He's coming up off the carpet, too. He's probably like me.
I can really tell you this, guys. Triple G has diminished. Or it's just his coaching. What are you talking about, bro? You couldn't beat fighters half his skill level. But he's performed at a lower level in his last 2 fights. God damn, what an idiot.
I think he'd have better luck going after Conor McGregor still. Seriously.
Oh, my God. That's the only thing he's got left. And here's the thing that I turned Miggs on to about the alleged rematch with Sergio Maravilla Martinez. All right, I want to say this. Go see Maravilla first, okay?
Oh, yes.
And by the way, I'm sure that somewhere Sergio Martinez is in a fucking walker, and he's got to be, 40 or 50 at this point?
Watch out, though. Martinez has talked about coming back. Matter of fact, he might be scheduled already to have a comeback fight, but he has talked about Chavez Jr., a rematch.
Yeah, that was a rumor, right? That's the reason he was coming back for Chavez.
By the way, I'd still put it on Sergio Martinez just because he's that angry with Chavez Jr. still.
The exact same way, too. He would still have the legs, even at his age, to be able to, like, dance around Chavez Jr. for 12 rounds.
And not only have the legs, hopefully his knee has healed, correct? And if that's the case, then this is an easy fight for Martinez because Chavez isn't as good as he was when he was younger. When he was younger, he had that mental edge of being Chavez Jr., right? And he used to see it in him. He would come with that left hook. He would take the punches to give a punch. He was all about that warrior mentality. He's not about that no more. Now he gets hit, he backs up, he quits in the fucking corner, acts like, he acts like his dad when his dad was a legend. Hey,
and he complains, dude. Every single thing he turns to the referee, it's like, what the fuck? Like, dude,
what happened wrong with Chavez Jr. was timing. I've said this many times. He started remembering his father when his father was already a legend. When his father was already used to making money.
Like 60 or 70. Like, he didn't make money until he had 60 or 70 fights under his belt.
But it doesn't matter, Lee. He's the king of Mexico. Hanging out with the biggest cartel that runs over there, right? This guy was doing exhibition fights for El Chapo's birthday parties, okay? Like, he was making big money. Believe that. He owned a fucking airport. He owned gas stations. Now he owns rehab centers. Chavez Sr. has had money in his country. So Chavez Jr., to me, he just came at the wrong time. He's seen all the the high life. He never seen the struggle. I really do believe he's seen his dad struggle with abuse, but never seen him struggle financially. And he was born like a prince. Rode around in Rolls Royces. I mean, for God's sake, they have pictures of that.
I feel like at this moment I need the breaking news segment since we've spent so much time on Chavez Jr. throughout the years. Finally, about his controversial videos on social networks, he said that everything he does is for entertainment.
He said, look, he goes, many people laugh. He wanted to put Fight Net Radio. Fight Net Radio laughs.
Many people laugh.
Those three fucks, they're always laughing.
Those three fucks.
I have never been serious. Yeah, right. Pendejo. It's really boring in quarantine. Now he's just qualifying it to right now. Bro, we're not talking about right now. What you wrote is great. Yay. Kudos. This is some fucking batshit crazy stuff. What we're talking about is you getting, coked up or fucking ecstasied up or mollied up or whatever the hell you take.
Yeah, doing fucking workouts at 7 a.m. in the morning.
7 a.m. in the morning in your dance clothes. What do you, bro? Or what's that thing in the garage? What is that video in the garage with you next to the dumpster? Like what?
The broom balancing trick in the fucking
broom balancing. No,
or that damn video with like was it the strippers or the hookers or whatever the fuck in his room?
The track video is by far the best. The track video is so great, it's actually shocking. The track video is the one that I saw where everybody on social media made every joke I've ever heard on the planet. And he's like, I'm not serious. You look kind of serious, bro. And you're kind of slow. I mean, I don't want to break it to you. The funniest part of this article is that I kept scrolling down and decided to start reading comments from people thinking there's got to be a Chavez Jr. fan in the pile. Nope. Oh, he'll get
I'm sure X fans.
Oh, he'll get a bloody nose and quit. Chavez Jr. deserves no big fight or payday. Does he even have any fans left? No. He never had a 3-4 star. How much is Hearns willing to pay to see you quit faster than Kell Brooks? Wow. Julio César Chávez Jr. isn't as terrible a fighter as many here are making out, but it's not hard to call out an outcome.
That's a good comment, though. That's a good comment because Hearn is the one that controls Chavez Jr. and Golovkin. That the fight is that's easily can be made, and he's doing the same thing with Brooks. You always see him throwing Brooks out there to try to get him a fight with like Terrence Crawford or something. So yeah, Hearns will keep the Golovkin thing is real. What they need to figure out is where does it make the most money? Is Golovkin a sell in Saudi Arabia? Because if it is, you immediately take that fight there. That fight is action packed, and with the right undercard, this thing could be a really good fight for the fans, right, that are watching it live. If the princes or kings, whatever it is out there in Saudi Arabia, that's throwing all this money around Dubai, that'd be an interesting fight for them to party with. So Eddie Hearn does have something there. I don't think Chavez sells tickets in LA, and I don't think he sells them in Vegas anymore. That circus has left the town. He's really never been a fan favorite in his country. People have always said he was a born with a silver spoon, right? He didn't connect with the average fight fan out there because of how he was raised. So
if you read these comments, it's true. From Alex Just, Triple G can stop training for a year, have a pizza and a couple of beers an hour before the fight, and he will still beat Chavez to a pulp.
That's fucked up.
WL David wrote, even his dad must be disappointed. Well, trust me, he is.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, just looking at his face, you guys see that freaking clip of him like holding, or Chavez Sr. like holding his fucking face in his hands, when Chavez Jr. was getting his ass handed to him by Jacobs. He's like, dude, what the fuck? Remember that? That's like a very famous picture now of him like holding his face, like covering his face.
It takes a lot of. This is hard. It takes a lot of dedication to do what Chavez Sr. did in his career. What people seem to forget is that 12th round of the Sergio Martinez Chavez Jr. fight. That he almost beat one of the best fighters in the world. I want to say Martinez is ranked top 3 or 4 in pound for pound rankings when that fight takes place.
On a
Chavez
bad wheel.
Jr. almost knocked him out. He
Bad
almost
wheel,
knocked
bro. Bad wheel.
Lee, it's a bad wheel because of Chavez Jr.'s left hook, though. Chavez Jr. dropped Sergio Martinez in the 12th round that blew his knee out. He didn't have a bad knee going into that fight. That 12th round ends his career. You can watch that round over. He's doing fine until he gets hit with the left hook and he goes down awkward and it ruins his knee.
Yeah, I think it's the second time, right? The second time that he falls is the one that goes a little bit awkward.
Maybe, but it's that 12th round. I mean, you got to give Chavez Jr. credit. Not only does he take the 11-round ass whooping, he almost stops him. Like, dude, HBO was going fucking crazy. There's 15 seconds left. His dad did it to Taylor, and now Junior has one of the best fighters in the world almost out in the last few seconds. Why did he let that moment go? Why did he turn into what he turned into? So I think that's where the disappointment kicks in for Chavez Sr. His son wasn't that far away from at least being a legit contender.
Yeah, and if you guys watch that fight, like specifically that 12th round, like after Maravilla goes down and he gets back up and his knees kind of jacked up, he doesn't run. He's like backing up slightly, but he doesn't fucking run. He's literally like right in front of Chavez, and Chavez couldn't pull the trigger or couldn't land the fucking. He couldn't. Yeah, exactly. Yep. It took him 12 rounds to land the perfect punch, and then he wasn't able to land it anymore.
Yeah, he's holding, he's hugging, it was a great round. My computer was ruined that night with beer. They were throwing fucking beer so much when that 12th round took place, dude. It was crazy. And Canelo fought up the street. Canelo was fighting.
What was it? I think it was it Josecito? I think it was
Riverside. Yeah. Yes, sir.
At the Thomas and Mack.
Right?
Or which one was which?
Vice versa. He's MGM. He's MGM, and Chavez Martinez is Thomas and Mack.
Gotcha.
Adams SC 151 from Oxford, UK writes, 3 or 4 years left. Has this guy even got 3 or 4 fights worth of decent? Seriously, effort so far his career. At this point, I couldn't confidently bet on Chavez Jr. beating Logan or Jake Paul.
Nice internet stars.
Let alone an actual professional boxer.
That's actually, man. Yeah, that would actually be a good fight for those guys if they were serious.
Right? Wait, hold on. The next one, Mexican Style #1. Shout out to Mexican Style #1. I don't know who you are, but delusional idiot. He needs to do what Mayweather did: go into wrestling and then challenge an MMA fighter in boxing. That should give him a decent payday at least. And that's, by the way, that's Andrew's quote. It's what he should do.
But hold on, no. I don't want him wrestling. Chavez Jr. does nothing in the octagon. That dude's so slow. Are you serious? Like, no. And Chavez Jr. is not going to fight in the octagon. If Chavez wants to get Conor McGregor to fight in the ring, because McGregor is the one who said he wanted to go to boxing. I'm not making this shit up. That's out of Conor's camp. Conor should be all over this fight. When Chavez Jr. called him out, McGregor should have been all over that fight. Chavez Jr. is an ex-champ. He's got a background. They're gonna watch. People are gonna show up to watch McGregor Chavez Jr. They just are. We're like attracted to train wrecks like that.
We just can't turn away.
Not only
train wrecks of that scale would be fairly epic. I mean, it would be.
Yes,
it's worth it. Shadow 702 writes, I can see Dad putting a hit on him. Wow.
That's fucked up.
I mean, when you have such a shame in your family, you either hide it or get rid of it.
That's not right.
God bless all of you on the boxing scene forum. That is hilarious.
Uncle Alvarez.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Pathetic Ant 1979. Pathetic excuse of a fighter. Was gifted opportunities and had doors open for him. Even elite boxers could only dream of, and wasted a lot. Yeah, I agree. No way I'd pay to 5,000 boxing. No way I'd watch him fight again. Dude, quit again. All right, listen. You would if he fought Conor McGregor or Triple G. You'd watch it just to see if that's the guy who's going to knock him. What we're all waiting for is the KTFO on this guy, right? That's literally what we're waiting. Like, you're paying money. If he fought Triple G, hello. I'm waiting for a KTFO. I'm waiting for it.
If he fights Golovkin, it has to be on DAZN. This can't be a pay-per-view or anything else, Lee. It's got to be on DAZN. I don't see the boxing fans paying for Chavez Jr. anymore. McGregor, yes, they would pay. A McGregor
KTFO.
fight,
and that would be a KTFO. Like, it's got that potential. Like, I think
it's
got a shot at a KTFO.
It would be an awesome fight because if
it'd be quite a
McGregor can't
spectacle for sure.
if he can't beat Chavez Jr., his career in boxing's over, and that would be done with. And then if he does beat Chavez Jr., he moves on to the next level, possibly Golovkin.
Oh, so great. So great. Moving forward, Teofimo Lopez doesn't see Loma going more than 8 rounds. I love how delusional.
And why? Can we go a step further? Can I go a step further? I'm drinking coffee. Why Dana White hasn't seen the horniness of Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn will put on anything. Those are two back-to-back fights that you can team up with DAZN.
He made millions of dollars. I would promote. At this point, I'm promoting on Fight Net Radio a pigeon and a cockfighting on our website if it will get them to go to our website. Like, I totally get it. I totally fucking get it. All right. I am a shameless whore of self-promotion. By the way, while we're talking shameless self-promotion, go to Amazon, get Earthly Worlds by Billy Wright. You probably heard it at the beginning of the show. I took out the Las Vegas Discount.net ad and inserted a Billy ad because, well, guess what? Nobody's going to Vegas. Kind of a wasted ad spot. So I'm going to push Billy's book. For those of you who aren't regular listeners, regular watchers of our videos, if you go and download it for free on your Kindle app, which it is, if you have Prime, you get Kindle downloads for free. Just download the book. I don't even care if you read it. I really don't. It might not be your thing because you might not be a 13-year-old kid who's into literally a wet fart fantasy. Like, it's literally that fucking crazy. With that said, download the book, make the book popular. At the end of the coronavirus, I'm going to Vegas for the next fight. I'm either going to spar or have Billy knock me out, which, by the way, the people I've run this by have go, good. Maybe he'll finally stop you from doing exactly what the girlfriend said. Good. Maybe that'll stop you from doing stupid shit. I'm like,
that's debatable.
That's where we are. And by the way, Andrew knows me. Not going to stop me, is it, Andrew? I'm still going to do stupid shit. Nope. We're into years of this stupid shit. Also, coming up this week, go to the FNR merchandise store. We will have hats. I will be releasing those this week. I'm still just working out the final design. I kind of like just the idea of the logo, but I also do like the Bomb Squad spray over the top of it. It really fucking amuses me. Like, Bomb Squad, I lost over the Fight Net Radio logo.
On this
to
day.
me, that is so hilarious that I can't stop myself from not putting that out. But we'll see. We'll have 3 different designs. Go to Fight Net Radio, click on the merchandise store, and please support the sponsors of all the broadcast platforms. It helps pay for this platform so you guys can laugh. Moving forward, Teofimo Lopez is the next delusional man on our list. He really thinks that Loma's only going to go 8 rounds. Aren't you cute? Oh, he's so cute. Teofimo Lopez is so cute.
Been a long time indoors, Lee.
Clearly, like, how do you just like randomly on a Sunday or, like on a Saturday night, I'm going to call up Boxing Scene and tell him something crazy.
It'd be funny if he's all, I'm sitting here in my living room and I'm just imagining he's not going more than 8 rounds, you guys.
Right.
It'll be a tough fight, but
This has now become the greatest catchphrase of all time. I imagine I'm a millionaire, but it isn't paying for shit. May 30th was the date reserved for the WBA, WBO, WBC franchise lightweight championship. Vasily Lomachenko. He was to face Teofimo Lopez in a unification showdown in New York, and I was going to go. There was no question about this. I was calling in my favors on this fight. The fight would headline a card of one-time ESPN's platforms. A new date and potentially different venue won't be known until COVID-19, which will never end, people. Never.
That's what it seems.
I'm gonna say it again. Until there's a cure or there's a vaccine, it's never gonna end. watch what happens in Florida this week because they reopened their beaches.
Yep. Keep your eyes on Florida.
Can we all just say this? Stupid fucking white people. Stupid fucking white people. The 22, and they all went. Like, they all went to the beach. Like, they all just laid out. They didn't even space out. They were like, fuck it.
Share drinks.
Right. I read an article where they're like, yeah, we recommend social distancing, but that didn't really come into play, and there were no tickets handed out, and people were sunbathing. Right.
Yeah, it's like we're safe by the ocean, right? The salt will do it.
Stupid fucking white people and their fucking pit bulls and their fucking meth. All right. The 22-year-old Lopez recently held a Q&A session for fans on Reddit. Sure, because he was bored. I want to believe that Teofimo is going to be in this fight. All right. I really, really do. Okay. I really, really want to believe 15-0. Teofimo Lopez legitimately has a shot against Vasily Lomachenko. Andrew, I start with you. I think Vasily Lomachenko is too fucking fast. He's had more time to train, which is just going to make him faster, probably. How is this even a fight? Like, how do you hit the current version of Vasily Lomachenko?
He's been hittable in his last few fights. Okay. With that being said, listen, Top Rank could be pushing the envelope here because of the other up and comers in the division. You got Golden Boy fighters there. You got Dazn fighters there talking about Haney, talking about Garcia. He might not want them getting a shot at an older Vasily Lomachenko before one of his guys does, and that's why Teofimo Lopez is getting this shot a little bit early. 15-0 going up against a guy they say is one of the greatest fighters of all time, amateurs and pros. Kind of a tall task to take on there. This is make or break. Listen, he beats this. He gets a defeat here. It doesn't end his career. 15-1. That's not ending his career. He wins this fight. You're talking legendary career. Then because ultimately, right away you're going to see Top Rank start working around Teofimo Lopez. He will become the face if he gets that win. So yeah, man, this is make or break for him. But it could be a little fast because of the situation he's in the lightweight division with the other guys.
Can I share a little more fact about Teofimo Lopez in this fight, Andrew?
Hey, wait, one more thing. Can we all agree if Ryan Garcia ices Jorge Linares the way he's been icing everybody in his pro career, the dude would have gotten a shot versus Lomachenko, right? You would hear De La Hoya going, "We want Vasily Lomachenko now." So that
immediately
could be why Lopez is there.
Share a little known fact about Teofimo Lopez that both of you dipshits don't realize. Teofimo Lopez makes a great fucking bowl of soup. I'm just saying it out loud. All right. He's got an abagandis or a bandagandis or a blondagandis. How do you say that, Miguel? Like
albondigas.
Yeah, whatever. What is that? All right. That shit in a bowl. Fucking dynamite. All right.
Dynamite coming out of his ass.
Literally my favorite. This Vasily Lomachenko guy, he eats like borscht or something cold and like cabbage. I don't know. Whatever. All right. I'm going to kick his ass out of Oxnard if he doesn't win the fight. I'm just telling you how it is. Straight up. All right. I'm pulling the green card on him. He's done. He's going back to the fucking salt mines, fucking wherever the fuck he came from. I don't even keep track of him anymore. I think whoever wins, well, I'm going to deport him, even though I think Teofimo might be from the States. I don't really keep track, but I'm going to deport him anyway. Loser must and will leave town. Or you will be leaving Top Rank after your next
I kind of think about this one dude. Like I was thinking about like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Canelo. It was kind of like one of those circumstances where, Vasily, he's going to try to get at, at fucking Teofimo while he's young and kind of get that one on his record on this other O. Because any older than this, and I think Teofimo will take it, but it's like that perfect time. Like, let me get him right now when he's young kind of sort of deal. Because, what was like Canelo when he fought Floyd at 24 or something like that? And then, Floyd was already kind of on, getting older at that point. That's kind of how I'm looking at this one here. It's like, all right, let's make this now good for Vasily. But like you said, Andrew, like if Teofimo loses, it's not going to kill his career the same way the loss to Floyd didn't kill Canelo's.
Yes, way young, 15-0. I mean, come on, this wasn't even De La Hoya type. De La Hoya, I think, was at least 20-0 when he fought Chavez.
Yeah.
And Chavez was 89-1, 90-1, or some shit. Like, you think the experience was going to be way too heavy on Chavez's side. Now the speed ultimately played effect, and power of De La Hoya's won that fight. Also a cut that probably happened in training, but I won't go there right now. The Teofimo Lopez angle, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the gold medal. He doesn't have the combination speed and power of Oscar De La Hoya. He has power. I like his power, but he's not Oscar-like. He's not a welterweight fighting at 130. Remember that too? Remember when Oscar he looked like he was 6 foot and everyone else was 5'5" when he first came out?
His fucking shoulders, man. His rotator cuffs, like, goddamn, yo.
Yes. So there's a lot. I know what Top Rank is hoping for, but I also think a lot of it has to do with timing. Sometimes in life, it's about timing.
Yep, they got to strike when the iron's hot, pretty much.
Yep.
This just in from Teofimo Lopez. I imagine knocking him out in the first couple of rounds.
I want that fight because I imagine I'm winning.
Right.
I love him.
Yes.
Moving on to Errol Spence, who, again, when I was reading articles this morning, there were two that actually jumped out at me. Okay. Obviously, after doing 30 minutes on Chavez Jr., this is the second one that jumped out at me where I went, Errol Spence got his feelings hurt by the fans. Oh, and I'm not shitting you. By the way, Andrew, everything we thought about Spence, he literally said in this interview, which is, oh, dude, you're going to get knocked out in your next fight. Oh, it's kind of sad, actually. Errol Spence Jr. realizes why fans and members of the media have questioned how he will look when he fights the first time since the car accident. Spence expected plenty of doubts based on the seriousness of the one-car accident in which he was injured. He was thrown for the fucking car. What are you guys talking?
Yeah, they try to hella downplay that. The one-car accident.
Yeah.
It's like he just hit a fire hydrant or some shit. It's like, oh, he bumped into a truck. You know, like, what the fuck?
You know what? When I'm driving down the street, that's what I'm thinking. Oh my God, that fucking fire hydrant just jumped out in front of me while I was doing 80.
Who put that there? Shit.
The undefeated IBF and WBC welterweight champion does not consider any of his criticism he has faced unfair. Yet he has used persistent skepticism and moves. Keith Heidick wrote this. God damn it, Keith! You just try to get too many words in. Persistent skepticism as motivation to train harder. By the way, Keith's a great writer. I shit on him, but fuck Keith. Prepared prior to a scary crash. Yada yada yada. Here are the quotes he told Premier Boxing Championship podcast, live Instagram, whatever the fuck they're doing to stay relevant show. Some people can be cruel and say all types of stuff, you know. All right, let's start right there. Let's just start right there. Dude, you got drunk in a sports car, got thrown from the car, and showed up like a zombie to your last couple of fights. Like you showed up as a guest looking like a walking goddamn zombie in every interview. What should we think, actually? Andrew, let's start right here. Can some people be cruel and say all kinds of, like, words hurt, Andrew? Words hurt.
Hey, listen, for a lot of these younger generation, words do hurt nowadays. Social media hurts. No one likes to be clowned on social publicly, right? And that's what social media is sometimes. So, yeah, they got to have tougher skin, but you see this a lot with nowadays athletes. They're striking back at fans all the time. Fuck, we had one of the greatest NBA players of this generation make a fucking fake account to hit back at Twitter followers. No, Durant's awesome. Durant's great. And it was Durant putting it. Fuck. I got to do that. You know what, Lee? We all got to make fake accounts and start fucking blowing our shit up.
Yeah.
Fucking love Andrew.
Likes and shares. Hell yeah.
Migs.
Yeah.
Are people cruel? Especially boxing.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they're cool.
Mean.
Dude, Dude, I saw the clip of like who was it? I think it was like Fino or whatever the hell, Fino Boxing or whatever, put that clip of me asking Eddie Hearn that question about Dillian White, and like, dude, the comments on there are fucking crazy, dude. I was like, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they sting, but I'm not, whatever, fuck, let it go, shit.
I didn't see that.
They were just like, oh, they just let anybody have fucking credentials now, don't they? It's like, what the fuck, I'm just like, all right, it gets worse, Chris. But anyway, I didn't even bother. I saw a few.
At least you don't have the entire country of Norway after you like they do for me after.
And
Fury.
You should have next time.
Like he was wrong.
Hey,
the whole country
next time, Miguel. Next time, Miguel, you hit back with it's at least you could do for his career, right? Because he ain't done. What's Dillian White? What has he done for his career? If you can't get him a title shot, can you at least get him a fucking $1 million check? How about that, Mr. Hearn? Fuck out.
I don't even think Eddie Hearn would have made him a bowl of soup. I mean, like what he let's not get on the Dillian White topic.
Let's not get on that.
Yeah. But anyway, that was the point. The comments, whatever. Get over it. Shit.
Yeah, it is. It is true.
So that's just added to my motivation for myself, and it fuels me. It makes me work way harder. What? And I actually do get on YouTube or see tweets on Twitter. What people have been saying, because it's added motivation for me. It makes me work harder. Dude, you're repeating yourself. It makes me more focused. By the way, you're just fucked. Just go get knocked out and get it over with.
He's just rambling now. It makes me drive faster.
Keep talking. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. All right, sign a contract with Terrence Crawford and get your ass kicking over with. Like, there is nothing. Again, I'm going to put a Fight Net exclusive on this. I'm betting my child to the Sheik of Arabia. All right.
To a Nigerian
Crawford
prince.
versus Spence right now. Give him plenty of time to train. Terrence Crawford not only beats him, it's embarrassing. Andrew, reaction.
Yeah, he's clearly the favorite. I think. I mean, shit. We've even seen Floyd Mayweather throw Spence under the bus here lately. He called Terrence Crawford the best fighter in the welterweight division. So. Yeah, he's 30 years old and he's 26-0. What I'm looking up right now is what was he when he left Golden Boy and started all this PBC stuff? 26-0 at 30? Where did his career go? You think he should at least be in the high 30s by now, right? With like multiple titles and these guys, what they did with Al Heyman, it makes no sense. It really doesn't.
As a production note, before I give it to you, Miggs, I actually left out this next section that just makes him look like a complete asshole, because the car accident was like an accident, like the word in it is accident. What? Bro, you got drunk and fucking flipped your car and like you're
I was speeding in a fucking rural street going like 70 or 80 or some shit. It's like, how the hell do you even have enough space to, floor it?
2015, you guys, he was 18-0. It's very sad. Very sad.
All right, Megs, you may have the final word on this mess of a human we like to call Errol Spence, who literally just popped out of the ground like a groundhog for the first time and is trying to put coherent sentences together. Because we all saw his last interview on the PBC fight where he looked like a zombie staring into the screen, trying to explain that, I'm 100%. I'm going to fight like next week.
Shit.
I'm going to fight.
Well, the downward spiral continues. It's not looking good. Who knows how he's going to look when he comes back? Like I don't know if he's planning to take like a tune-up fight before another major opponent, or just going straight into the fucking deep end. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I don't know how the hell he's going to be when he comes back, and that's kind of the scary part. Because prior to this accident, I thought he beat Crawford. I figured, I'm like, you know what? I think he can pretty much take Crawford on size, yada yada yada. But after this accident, dude, it's like, damn, like quit hanging around Broner and fucking Davis. Let those fuckers go and just move on.
This just in from the article, Andrew. I'm going to break news right here. This just in. Errol Spence Jr. is going to fight that same fire hydrant that took out his car.
The rematch.
The rematch. This time it's for real.
That sent him catapulting through the air. And then let go of those damn comments. Who gives a fuck about those comments, man? Shit, you're a grown man. Let it go. Shit.
Fuck, if that's what I based my life on, I would have given up a long time ago. Andrew, got anything to add on this before we move forward? because the next one is
It
going
was
to take a
supposed-
half hour by
It
itself.
was supposed to be our Leonard Hearns, right? Spence Hearns, Crawford Leonard. That was supposed to be this decade or this era's Leonard Hearns. It's not going to happen, and when it does, it's not going to be as hyped as that fight was because of the accident. Because really, no one knows who Spence is at 30. He's 30. He's 30. At 25, he was 18-0, and now at 30, he's only 26-0. What happened in those 5 years? No, one title, or does he have two? Maybe he has two. Yeah, WBC and IBF.
He's got two. He took one from who was it? Porter, I think.
Yeah, probably a vacant shot. Oh,
Yeah,
was it?
he was
I thought it
IBF
was Danny.
Okay. He beat I forgot who the fuck he beat for the belt, but then the IBF belt. Oh, Cal Brook for the IBF belt, and then he unified with I want to say he unified with Porter. I'm not sure.
I think so.
By the way, the next article would have been a Kell Brook article going, damn, nobody wants to fight me. And I'm just going to move on. But I've decided that, yeah, dude, I'm just moving on. I'm over Kell Brooks. Sorry, Kell. Moving on to the two stories. If I had to rank these today, Andrew, Chavez Jr. was number one in my mind. Number two, after you hooked me up with this, Terrence Crawford was in second place. That's why I spaced him out. Like, you really... Fight Net Radio regular listeners who listen on broadcast platforms, you've waited for a show with this much tangible meat on it for several weeks, and good for you getting through the coronavirus era. But I'm telling you, these four stories: Chavez Jr., Terrence Crawford, Floyd gets third position because he's just an asshole, and then fourth would have been Errol Spence doing the "everybody's mean to me, stop being so." Terrence Crawford suggests coronavirus pandemic is a conspiracy. Do I need to go any further in the article, Andrew?
No, we've seen this time and time again the second time by a boxer. You just put him on the douchebag board. He's going up there. Devin Haney made a shot this week. He's on the board. I mean, we're getting a good list here, you guys. We will have a show on douchebag of the coronavirus.
No, we can do a corona. Yeah, we can definitely. Getting close to a coronavirus bracket. We're close. Let's see what his take on the conspiracy is. Terrence Crawford suggests that the pandemic is a conspiracy.
Oh.
And that he is ignoring the lockdown rules. All right. That's really fucking right there. The WBO welterweight champion has not been telling his family to stay indoors. Strike two, bro. Strike two.
All right. Yeah, not just sacrificing yourself, but also your family.
We're being overplayed. Ooh, strike three, bro. More than 1.8 million people have been confirmed cases worldwide, and more than 535,000 alone in the United States, where more than 20,000 people have tested positive for the disease, have died. Crawford, who said a friend of his had contracted the illness, is still training during the pandemic. Strike four. Now you're training around people that fucking have it. Ass wipe. Okay. He was on with Chris Mannix of Sports Illustrated on Friday. It ain't no different to any other day. I'm not locked up in my house. I'm not locking my kids up in the house. I'm telling you. Strike five. I don't feel like these people. I can't get past the last one. I don't feel like these people that they say are dying and sick from it is actually true. Why? Because you imagine it to be? Because that should be the next sentence. I imagine it. I think they use fear to try to control us right now for something else. Crawford, who fights out of Omaha, Nebraska. All right, key words in this sentence. He fights out of Omaha, Nebraska. Okay? You have literally dumbed down an entire state by yourself. You've literally just knocked down the IQ level, Crawford, by yourself, single-handedly, one full IQ point. Here's why. Nebraska does have one of the lowest outbreak numbers. It does. You know why? Because people naturally live 100 miles apart on their fucking farms. I don't know what it is. But me personally, I just can't agree with a whole bunch of things that they're saying now. The media runs the world. You put anything on, then everybody's going to run with it, and you'll have people scared. Oh my God, he's not done. They said it really don't affect healthy individuals, only the elderly or those with problems like asthma or breathing disorders. Tell that to the 500 sailors who are locked off the coast of San Diego. I'm pretty sure they were all healthy when they got on the ship. But that it's like a cold or a flu. Kinda, except you can't breathe. You've got to protect the ones with body issues like overweight or obesity. 100% incorrect. Please, Terrence, I'm saying this. Please look at the sailors who are all trapped on a ship and they're all getting the virus and they're all healthy guys. But whatever. One of our friends said she had it, but she said her daughter's doing better now. So that was the only.
He knows hella people with it and he doesn't believe this shit.
This is literally like, you know what this sentence is? You know what this sentence is? I got a black friend.
So I can say the N-word.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what you were going. Oh, fuck yeah.
No, I don't even have to go that far. It's like literally, did something. Yeah, I know a black person. What? Therefore it qualifies you to behave this way? Like, what are you talking about? I have one of our friends have it, so therefore it's okay for me to say crazy shit. What are you talking about, bro? I'm enjoying my time with my family at home, laid back and chilled. I'm not anxious. I have my own boxing gym. Yeah, that you're letting people with the fucking virus train in. I'm not going there.
Yeah, and spread it. Jeez.
Oh my God. Fucking Crawford, bro.
Selfish motherfucker.
If it's so bad, then why are people still picking up trash? Why are people working but you can order takeout food? All right, let me qualify this, because if we don't, as I know this on my street, because we don't have street sweepers and we're not giving out tickets, you get piled up fucking trash on your street.
Yeah, you'll have an outbreak from the trash. Yeah.
No shit, right?
Flies carry diseases.
Hell yeah.
I have had a load of questions I need answers to. Why you? Are you special? I mean,
Yeah.
I personally don't need the answers. I can just figure it out. Like if I go outside,
there's people in third world countries that just slap their forehead when they seen shit like that. Why are they still picking up trash? Oh man.
Me, if I was a cop and it was that bad, then I wouldn't be working. I don't agree with what they're saying. All right, look, you dipshit. Fuck yeah. Yeah, just fucking go rob and loot. I wouldn't work if I were.
They are definitely, Lee, they're definitely going to have some issues with these essential workers on
they're all contracted. Now it's happening in rest homes. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. This is me pointing at the left field wall like I've done a few times on this show. Watch what happens in Florida in the next 2 weeks from those dumb fuckers reopening the beaches. Just watch what happens. Again, betting my Sheik of Arabia, my actual 16-year-old daughter, I guarantee that they're going to have a spike in Florida from reopening the fucking beaches. It's just going to happen. Come May 15th, if they don't have a cure or they don't, fucking Crawford just pisses me off.
Yeah, mark your calendars. Let's see how long this shit lasts.
Yeah, no, they're going to let us all go out back into public. We're going to get a bounce back because people carry it dormantly. It's still on every countertop because nobody fucking cleans shit correctly. We're all just going to get it again. We'll drop another, I don't know, couple million people getting the disease. And this is going to keep going on until somebody actually figures the shit out. And crazy ass people like Crawford, it was made in a laboratory to kill minorities. Like I've seen that.
He didn't say that at all. He didn't say that at all. Don't put words in his mouth, bro.
No, I'm going to put him in the same category. This is an actual.
Yeah, he didn't say that at all, Lee. He said, I mean, say what he said. He's saying that the media is lying to us.
Well,
right?
No, he's lying about the complexity of the disease, of the virus itself. And what I will clarify.
Yeah.
He is no different to me than media, Fox, or anybody else. He has a platform. When you make a quote, like we are on this show, we're making a quote, and there are people who will agree with us or disagree with us because we have a platform. He has a platform. It's no different than Fox News going, yeah, it was made in Wuhan to kill minorities and kill off part of the population like the old and those that can't economically handle this kind of disease. That's just fucking crazy, ignorant shit to sell shit. It just is. I mean, at the end of the day, Crawford's doing it to make himself relevant. Like, I don't think
just to keep his name in people's mouths.
I want to believe that he really doesn't believe this because I've met this guy and he seems to have his shit together.
Lee,
if
he
you-
might not have graduated the 12th grade, okay? And there's a lot of people on social media in that same boat. You can laugh all you want, but the level of uneducated and what people believe on social media nowadays, it's very sad. You can almost tell someone anything that don't know shit because they don't know shit. You understand?
Yeah.
It's
They'll believe anything.
yes.
I feel like we should start a movement for stupid people. Like really go out and lick a pole. Go out and lick a pole. Go out and lick a public bench.
Well, they're the
There it is.
ones
that's a
on the
challenge.
beach right now.
Hashtag lick a pole.
They're the
Yeah,
ones on the
hashtag
beach
lick a
right
pole.
now. They're the
Hashtag
ones
make-
on the
make-
beach
make it a
right now.
challenge.
I
This
know
is why
this
I
from this
say
morning.
this
I know
is
it
why
from
I
this.
say you don't do martial law. You don't do that. You allow the weak, the dumb to go. If you want to go out there and risk your life and your family's life and your grandparents' life, go ahead, be my guest. Go lick a fucking pole. You don't put all of us on martial law and tell us there's a curfew and do all these things. No. The dumb will weed themselves out. Believe me. No reason to have someone.
Oh,
And if you're mad that we allowed your uncle or dad or grandpa or whoever to leave their house, well, fuck, I'm mad at you for having them as a family member. Should have raised them better. And that's your fault.
Yeah.
People pay for family members' decisions all the time.
and by the way, this is coming from a guy with way too many kids trapped under.
We're in the backyard. We're in the backyard a lot now. They're getting out. It's very scary. The other day, he's digging in the fucking dirt. He pulls up like a 2-inch piece of glass, bro. Glass. This is the shit we can't have. Like, I thought he's just digging in the dirt. Yeah, look at my boy. He's digging a hole. Nah, man, that could have ended bad. Dad, my fucking hand. Now we're going to fucking coronavirus ER. I'm showing up there like Denzel Washington.
See, that's
and
not
shit
where
with
my
the gun.
mind
Fuck
went.
my fucking-
By the way, that's
Treat my kid.
That's not where my mind went with Junior. My mind with Junior would be more like me, which is next thing I need to do is get a stick and put a little cut in the end, and then put that in the end, and then tape it up, and then I've got like something I can poke.
Found out my
brothers and
6-year-old
my
has a
sisters
fucking potty mouth. Found that out. Hey, the
So
microphone we had before, you guys, only had one headset on. It only had one speaker, right? The new one we bought has 2 speakers. So this little shit didn't know that when he's talking, everybody can hear him because he's talking really loud because he can't hear himself. He's like, ass, fuck. No, I don't want to die, motherfucker. I'm like, whoa. Hey, Christina was like, he said, he might have said bitch. He said one of them, bro. We heard it. We're like, what? Did Junior just say that? But he can't. Christina goes, hey, what did you just say? And he can't hear. I go, shh, he can't hear you. He can't. Let him go. Let him go. I went and grabbed my phone. I said, I'm going to record. And that's when I got you guys your little video. But yeah, he was on a little roll right there. He was letting them go. I was like, didn't know you talk like this. We got to have a talk. You don't drink what daddy drinks. You don't smoke what daddy smokes. And you don't talk how dad talks. What the fuck? I'm an adult. You're not.
Do as I say. Don't do what I do.
Yes.
Wow. And there's big parenting tips for everybody out there. There you go. By the way,
hey, I got another one. You guys want to hear another one?
Wait,
I got them all day. They're coronavirus stories. I try to save them for you guys.
Wait,
All right.
I feel like we need music for this. Like it should be a segment of Andrew's
And
coronavirus
now
story
this.
segment. Yeah, it's all you, Andrew.
No, it's only one more. We're watching. We try to have movie night, right? Where I get everyone out in the living room do a movie. Fucking, we pick what is it? Adding numbers against the numbers. It's the one where the 3 African American ladies help us get to put a man into orbit, right? They're in NASA. Kevin Costner's in it.
Okay. All right, I'm with you.
Good movie, right? It's about math, right? And my kids like math. He's as good in math. Junior's good in math. So I take a moment to look at my son and go, he's like, what's this, Dad? And I say, it's a movie about math. I go, and I give him that look, right? And he kind of like smiles. So I think we have a connection. Like he's going to like this movie because the kid likes math. I go, these girls, they really like math. I turn and look at the movie. And just as I do, I hear, I don't like to do anything. I said, fuck. He's not going to college. He's not. All my dreams, all my hopes are shattered right there. His mom started laughing. I don't like to do nothing. No, he wasn't connected. He fell asleep. Isa went to sleep and he left. And the movie was done.
Should have put a Rocky movie on. You should.
No, it's a good movie though. Me and Christina finished it. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I have officially cleared out all of Netflix. There is nothing left in the 65,000 movie database that I have officially.
I'm trying to learn Spanish through Surviving Escobar. So I know mierda.
That's not bad.
I know jota jota.
Jota
Jota means JJ. Yee!
By the way, season
learning
4
all the good words.
Yeah, I know. Miguel, why am I still attracted to only cuss words? I don't know. I'm trying to. Hey,
that's a good question, man. You gotta look deep inside yourself for that one.
Our pandemic. This is our pandemic segment where we try to figure out what we're doing. Dude, I watched English soccer last week. I watched a movie about English soccer, and I was hooked for days watching 2 seasons. We talked about it the last show. I'm like, and I thought about it today. I'm like, that's the craziest shit ever. I watched a show about English soccer with white people who are fucking dumb, who are way too. And by the way, they're more upset. Take a Raiders fan and multiply him by 10, and that's this little town who literally built a stadium that nobody can afford a ticket to. Like, it's that fucking nuts. It's that far over the top. What are you doing with your spare time, Migs? I can't wait. I mean, getting more quality time with your dad. Like, what are you into?
Pretty much. I mean, like we got the Dish Latino package. So like all of the channels, we have a lot of Spanish channels, and like the Travel Channel decided to give us like a free month worth of like, you know, channels and a couple of other stuff like Epics or something like that. So there's plenty of stuff to watch even without the streaming services. But I'm a big ass like Ghost Hunter fan, so there's a bunch of shows like that on the Travel Channel. So I'm going to town, dude. I'm like DVRing all the motherfuckers because, you know, once the month is over and we don't get Travel Channel anymore, I'm gonna have to like watch these in DVR. So yeah, that is like DVR and all that shit.
Now we got to go deep dive at this point in the show. Are you literally do you believe? Like, are you like, are you in? Are you believing?
Dude.
Like, are you?
I'm skeptical, of course, because I have to know better. You know, obviously, it's like, well, you got to look at some of the, you know, the obvious reasons and the potential explanations, rational explanations for some of that shit that goes on. But yeah, 100% believer. Never once experienced it, but 100% believer. Yeah. I'm not the kind of person that'll try to convert you. I'm not going to say I'm not trying to convert you. You know, you find out for yourself if you've ever experienced or anything. But oh yeah, best believe it, son. I watch them shits. I eat those shows up all day.
This is why I need to shoot video at these moments with the 3 of us again, just so I can just sit here with my head shaking back and forth, left to right, with that quiet. First of all, I'm older than both of you, so I just get that kind of parent moment of, good for you, son.
Yeah.
For you. Yeah.
Like, here's a little trophy.
So great. And that's your pandemic segment.
Maybe there's a list of things that can happen once you cross over. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe you could come back. Maybe you could get reincarnated.
I thought about this. Okay, all right. I'm going to be totally honest.
Multiple choice.
I thought
it's
about
like
this
that's like a vote, multiple choice.
Yeah.
Because I've been, as many of you know on the show, my mother is a doctor and she's giving you really sound advice on this show. My mom is a legit PhD in nursing, and she has made sure that I use our little tiny platform to try to give you guys the best advice, which is stay inside, wash your hands, and yeah, it can fucking kill you.
Hey, you guys ever been to Disneyland?
Really?
Oh yeah, years ago. Yeah.
Really?
I know, Lee. I know you. It's a softball. Damn it, I just need a yes. I'm there all the time. Lee's
Yes,
there all
Dad.
the time. We know this.
All the time.
Okay, you know how they have that the movie theater that shows you how Walt built the park?
Yeah, right.
I kind of hope they have a movie theater when you walk through the gates, right? You get through the gates and it's like, here's the real answer of what was going on. That's going to be pretty cool when you cross over.
Well, okay, recently.
Hey, Miguel, kind of sucks if you die and it's just black. You're like, so what the fuck? What
it's
the
like,
fuck?
are you fucking serious?
Yeah, you're like,
I'm going to get into an ethereal debate here, but I thought about this the other day because I was like kind of coughing. I felt like I had a fever. I'm checking my toes for spots. And I was starting to convince myself I couldn't smell. Like I was giving it to myself, literally in bed the other day. And I thought, all right, what happens when you die? Is it like falling asleep? Like it's black and then it's just black and then, oh, there's nothing. I didn't actually learn life's mysteries.
Exactly. That would totally suck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a fucking life. Like I actually need the existence of God and a video wall for a while. Like, look, I got eternity. can we just roll back a few things I need to know? Like, let's start with Lincoln and dinosaurs. I'll start with dinosaurs. Can I actually see the dinosaurs? Right. Let's start with dinosaurs. I want to see actual dinosaurs, right? And then, I'll spend 100 years. Like, I'll spend 100 years watching that.
Listen,
right?
If they said, do you want to be reincarnated? Do you want to be reborn again? Or or you want to go to the movie and figure out all of the answers? I don't know, you guys. I might sit in that movie until Judgment Day. I don't know. Might not be coming back. Might not be. I always told Christina I'd haunt her. If I ever left, I'm coming back for it. I would always be around Chris.
Do that. Oh, hell yeah. Totally do that, dude. Fuck yeah.
So she can't get laid.
Get that golden
You're gonna haunt your wife so she can't get laid, Andrew. That's basically what
you're doing. No. It matters the age. I might be rooting her on. How do you know?
Exactly.
Look, maybe I'm up there in age, Andrew. Like, if you go tomorrow, you fall off a roof, and you're like, I'm gonna come back and haunt her. Like, bro, don't be a dick. She's got like a bunch of kids.
She can move on. She can move on, but it's got to be in secret. She can't be public about it. No, ma'am. No, sir. Excuse me.
You know what? Here's your next movie. Go watch Always with Richard Dreyfuss and rethink that. All right, just go and watch that movie.
Can't be public. Maybe after a decade.
This is Ghost all over again. This is literally Ghost all over again.
I wouldn't. I already told her that. Nope.
Our final story, yes, it's boxing related. By the way, shout out to Sam Navajero. Aussie, oi, 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 to you, Sam Navajero. I actually looked it up to make sure I got it right, just for you. Did you know what oi means? Not just at the beginning of an AC/DC song where they go, oi, oi. That means hey. That means hey in Aussie speak. So for Sam, who thinks that I don't put effort into shitting on his island that is full of criminals that have ultimately turned into the people that live there today. By the way, historically correct. Aussie, oi, 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 to my buddy Sam Navajero, who reviews these shows. Sam, this show's competitive. I'm not saying that it's like literally the douchebag bracket show, which I think is our best work. It's not bad. It's not, considering that there's no fucking news. And now I'm doing a Floyd Mayweather bike rides through LA with an entire entourage.
Yes. So can Floyd make the list?
By the way, I don't even need to read the story. With no mask.
And it's close. Well, I'm not mad about that.
But there's one guy. There's a couple of guys there with masks.
First of all, let's qualify this. This is your douchebag leader. This is why
this is number 2.
The douchebag number leader.
2.
He won it. He ran away with it.
He won the whole thing.
Hands down.
Hey, wait a minute. We're not out of it yet. Let's not rush this thing. Give these guys time. I believe a drug bust will be coming down soon because guys aren't fighting. They will have to be selling bricks. And you know who I'm talking about. You know it's going to be Adrian motherfucking Problem Broner that's going to get raided in Cincinnati. Just let it happen, Lee.
That's a big comeback. Okay, that's a big comeback. The guy who was literally the number 2 seed in the entire tournament, who literally got wiped out very quickly by a guy who murders people. Floyd, you're just... First of all, let me explain the bike. That's an electric bike, which to me is funny all by itself. All right. He's on an electric bike. Everybody else is actually on a self-pedal bike. Not Floyd. Fuck it. Floyd don't pedal. All right. Let's see what Ramsey has to say. Here's Floyd Mayweather doing a pretty good job of social distancing on a bike ride on Friday. But we got to ask, is it the best job of it ever? Maybe not. Money and around a dozen members of his entourage. A dozen, you ass clown. A dozen. In downtown LA. All right, for those of you who don't know shit about downtown LA, hold on. First of all, for those of you who don't know shit about downtown LA, that is where all the homeless people are. So I'm going to guess that if the virus is just, by the way, airborne, it's an airborne virus because you people all think, go lick a pole. No. Why am I so mad that people were on the beach? Because the virus travels further because I have wet air. He's downtown with every homeless person on the planet. And by the way, I'm not being shitty. That's where I used to ride my bike when I lived in LA. It's kind of fun. Not during a pandemic.
At least Floyd got some.
And why the hell is he in LA? Doesn't he live in Vegas? What the fuck is he doing in LA?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
He had to
Miguel.
put the bikes on the car.
Yeah.
This is all about the shoot. Like, he's literally looking at TMZ. This fucker had to put all his bikes into SUVs, then take them down to downtown from Bel Air or probably even Hollywood or anywhere else. Like, downtown LA is far from the nice houses. They're not even in the ballpark. Like, it's we used to have to.
He's
put
got
our
some street cred doing this because he's really they're really all slipping here. Everyone's on bikes. If they were being hunted, if there was a call saying Floyd's on the strip in bikes and some guys are waiting around the corners armed, none of his guards would have time to get off their bike and pull a strap from their waistband. They're all slipping in this video or this picture, and you got to give Floyd credit. He's got a little bit of street cred to be able to get away with this.
Of a dozen people, all right, Andrew, of a dozen people riding with Floyd, how many are packing?
I'm sure there's at least 3 guys in this film that should have something on them. With the pictures that Floyd has shown, I'm not talking shit here, you guys. This guy flashes money on his social media all the time. We've seen rappers get robbed all the time, professional athletes. Hell, they rob them here in Oakland and San Francisco all the time. These guys, they spend too much time in the strip clubs. The locals will call people and go, "Hey, there's someone down here. Get down here. He's been here for an hour, blah, blah, blah." As soon as those guys leave, they're getting robbed right there in broad daylight. Floyd has never had that issue. This picture, I give him a little bit of street cred here. He's got a little bit of pull because there's a lot of guys hurting for money in LA that know this man rides with 100K easy.
Okay, so I want to qualify this for everybody because, again, you think downtown LA, because you might not be from LA. I am, grew up. You're thinking, oh, it's like New York. This isn't like New York. Like, he's over in the garment district with all the closed shops. He's not around the
like where the alleys and shit are.
He's not at the music center riding through the fountains. This dude's riding on the street.
Look at the tag. The tag, Lee, in the top right corner says "Lost." Let's give him a little plug there. Lost. You don't want to be in that part of town.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there. Yeah. No. Yeah. Shout out to the Lost crew. Good for them.
It's a nice tag, kid.
Yeah.
Look, there's so much wrong with this video. I mean, this picture. The first thing that just jumps out at me, dude, you're the only one on an electric bike. You're the only one on an electric bike.
And I kind of dig the dude to the right that has got like pegs in the back fucking wheel.
Yeah, right.
Like he's gonna have a passenger.
He's all Floyd. If they start shooting, you jump on my bike. We're out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not what the pegs are. Which makes it even funnier. It's like, Floyd, I'm gonna do some tricks for you, bro. I'm gonna entertain you on the ride. Like that's what that's. It would be funnier if he had the front pegs as well. I hope you guys enjoyed Fight Net Radio because I am telling you that is literally polishing a turd of news stories. What the
We're trying.
fuck?
We're trying, you guys. It's all entertainment.
By the way, there was a segue. I had another story that somebody wrote on Friday about Mayweather versus Castillo. I'm going to save that for our watch along this week because somebody went to the trouble of going, yeah, that was fucking highway robbery.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. Castillo, Mayweather won. It's highway robbery.
In the first,
and I pulled the fight. I've actually got the fight, so I'm going to save that as our controversial fight of the week with the actual article. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or Monday. Or Tuesday or
I was in Reno at a closed circuit event for that fight. A lot of the Mayweather fans walked out when the 12th round rang, and they only ran back into the arena when they heard Floyd had won. They were leaving, bro. I was talking so much shit. Oh, that was a great night. It was a great night. If no one knows the backdrop, really quick, Jose Luis Castillo is Chavez Sr.'s senior sparring partner at this time. That's the only guy. That's his only shot at fame here. Is that how you say it? That's all they got.
Claim to fame. Yeah. It's a claim to fame.
Yeah, claim to fame. There you go. Claim to fame. Oh, who is he? He's Chavez Sr.'s sparring partner. Sparring partner. This is gonna gauge. Oh boy. Don't want to see Chavez Sr. if you can't beat Jose Luis Castillo, who had been stopped 4 fucking times. Go ahead. We'll watch it Wednesday.
We'll watch it on Wednesday. I'll actually pull up the article because somebody was kind enough to point out that fight. Also, this week was like the anniversary of a bunch of fucking fights. Like we theoretically could do anniversaries of massive fights that happened last week. But again, I say this. First of all, everybody stay inside. Just please. I can't do anything in Oceanside. I've given up. My sandwich board efforts of having a sign going, go inside, the end is nigh, is not working at all as I walk. They've all moved up to Pacific above my place, right? So I live down on the beach. These people have moved literally their entire life. I went out to get stuff out of my girlfriend's trunk yesterday. Literally, there was a stream of cars on Pacific. I'm like, you're cruising Pacific on a Saturday. Like, that's, you fucking people don't get it. Like, I feel like Gordon Ramsay at this moment. You fucking donuts. Like, you can't fucking make a scallop. What are you doing in the kitchen? Like, you don't even have the sense to not. When I told my daughter on my birthday, like, she was determined, along with my ex and her stepfather, they're like, we're going to bring you food for your birthday and we're going to hook you up. I'm like, no, stay inside. That would make me happier to know that you're safe and locked up. And not one of them went, but Lee, really, we could get out. No, you know what they said? Yeah, that's smart. You can have a lasagna later. You're right. I can't. Okay. If I live through this, but I'm fuck people. Just have some common sense.
Yes, exactly.
Even if you're a denier. All right. Let's just go watch some Netflix. All right. Make some biscuits and gravy. All right. Go have sex with the person you're in the house with. All right. Play with your
Surviving
kids.
Escobar, pretty good show, you guys. It's about Escobar
right,
when he dies.
This is our new segment of the week. Your pick of the week, Andrew. Give me your viewing, binge watching pleasure pick of the week.
I'm on Surviving Escobar right now. I'm still on season 1. There's a lot of shows. I'm like in the high 20s, I think, on season 1 right now. But it's about this man, John Jario. He was a hitman for Escobar. Says he killed 250 people, had his hands in over 3,000 murders. Guy's kind of a whack job, but the show's entertaining, at the very least. So there you go.
All right, let's go to joining us on the phone, of course. Oscar De La Hoya has been sitting here the whole time. Oscar, what is your pick for the week?
Narcos. Anything with Coke in it? What'd you say?
No.
Yeah, Coke and a spoon. Huh?
Hey, fuck you, Andrew, all right? You think I'm all about the drugs, all right? Don't think I won't come up there. Well, I can't because I'm smart. Here's my recommendation. Go on to Pornhub and watch Debbie Does Dallas 1 through 5, all right?
Wow.
That's at least a few good hours. You whack a few off. You're not fucking hurting people because when I'm done, I'm coming for fucking Andrew. All right, Miggs, you're next.
Yes. Oh, well, the most recent episode of Ghost Adventures, they were in Virginia City, which is, I think you're in Nevada, as a matter of fact. But yeah, the most recent episode of Ghost Adventures, homie. I haven't watched it yet. I DVR'd it because I wait for the weekend. I wait for the weekend. But I'm totally going to fucking like.
By the way, I don't talk about cooking shows on this show, which is like my biggest fucking thing that I watch. I would never even do it on this show just because Lee, you watch cooking shows? Yeah, fucking by the boatload, actually.
Hey, I watch those too,
bro?
but
have you gone? Wait, hold on. Let's see how far you've gone. Have you gone to Zach Braggigan?
Bagans.
Have you gone there yet?
I haven't yet. And here's the funny thing, actually. I was going to go with a bunch of buddies, but it just so happens there was a fight that weekend. So, of course, that took precedence. But, no, I haven't been there. And I'm a believer, so I don't want some shit following me home.
And you want to go into that room with the one that gives you the headache, right? Like you
I don't know if I want to, bro. I haven't gone. I've never gone ghost hunting. I'm not looking for this shit. I just like to be entertained for it on TV. But
just get a Ouija board, you'll find it real fast.
Oh, there you go. Wait, by the way, before Wednesday's show, can you Ouija with your dad and see if you get see if you get the name of like the winner between Joshua?
Is there someone in this room?
Will tell you. Oh my God, I'm starting to see a theme for next week's show.
Will Deontay Wilder come back?
Oh my God. Will.
Well, hey, what if it said he is king? Oh
I know,
man,
hell no! It's like King, Bella King. What the fuck? All right. I'm putting that bitch on YouTube.
Bob Arum joining us as always. Bob, do you have a recommendation for all of us?
Charlie Chaplin. Love it. I was there when they got the first films. Go watch The Scamp, The Tramp, The Boxer, The the Mig, the Mind, whatever. Go watch Charlie Chaplin. Still my favorite. Love it with a bowl of soup.
All right. And I guess my recommendation comes last. I cannot stress this. If you're a fight fan, go watch this Sunderland Till the Day I Die. I realize you might think it's about soccer. I feel like it's the story of really insane Raider fans. Like these people, first of all, they're white, so you can laugh at them out loud because we can still make fun of white people. That's still legal in this country. And watching them spend every dollar they make in a blue-collar town to go to a state-of-the-art arena for the most losingest team over the last decade, soccer team ever, is and heart-wrenching. Like they never make it over the hump. Like the first year is about them just being bad, and then the second year is them trying to. For those of you who don't know, there are different leagues in pro soccer. So it would be like if the NFL had the XFL followed by college football. So if you were in the bottom three in the NFL, you go to the XFL. If you fall in the bottom three of the XFL, you go back to college level, right? That's how it works in soccer. And I don't know if there's a fourth level below that because I don't care that much about soccer. This team is so bad. They were actually Premier League that made it to, and I'm sure I'm going to get an email on this from many Premier League. I think it's Premier, Champion, and then one. Or it's Premier, One, and Champion. Something like that. This team just keeps moving down like watching a team die. And people just keep dumping money. And they're white, and they cuss, and it's funny, and they get drunk. It's so compelling that I can't even begin to tell you. And it's 2 full seasons on Netflix. Go watch it. And last but not least, did we miss anything? Oh, Clarissa Shields is beeping me. Hey, can you guess?
Clarissa, you've had your turn. You've had your turn.
Yeah, they became irrelevant real fast, huh? It was like her and Ali were getting some steam going, and nah, no one cared.
Yep. No one cares anymore. Sorry.
You don't? Go watch Bring It On. That was the most normal thing said on the show today. By the way, that's actually really a funny joke. And I'm going to let that one resonate and float out there. And again, to Sam Navajero, because I've been getting Australia wrong, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. There you go. This is Fight Net Radio. Go to fightnetradio.com. This week we'll have hats. Wednesday we'll do some watch-alongs. If you're a broadcast audio-only person, the video on this isn't bad. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to cut this one up. It's got some great moments. But by and large, we appreciate all of you. Please be safe. Damn. Don't be stupid. Don't be an American. Don't be a Terrence Crawford. You're just going to fucking infect me. And if that's the case and you are, just go lick the pole and get it over. Thanks for listening.
Fight Net Radio! FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee. Talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!